welcome you guys to this practice here at Yoga No Ho. And again, this will be a little more intermediate. We'll bring it up a little bit in this practice. But first, just let's take a moment to settle, because again, it's all about finding calmness and clarity instead of chaos and confusion. We know there's plenty of that out there right now. So we come to our practice to help us, find calm and clarity. We sit, we teach ourselves to be able to be quiet, because quiet is just as important as the air we breathe and the water we drink and the nourishment we take in, because quiet gives us nourishment just as well as the foods. Anamaya kosha, is your physical body. So the physical body, ana means food. So the physical body is the food body. The foods we eat create the physical tissues. Rasa, rakta, mamsa, medas, ashti, all the tissues of the body. And then the pranamaya kosha, is our breathing. We want to be able to breathe easy, because it's through the breath that we really work on our minds, So let's take a nice deep breath in, a nice big sigh, and just let that energy settle. Let that mind get quiet, let your body feel relaxed. And as we move into this practice, I mentioned the anamaya, your physical body, pranamaya, your breath body, and manomaya, the mind body. That to me is the most challenging part. Teaching our minds to be positive, teaching our minds to be compassionate, and again, clarity and calmness instead of chaotic confusion and overwhelm. We all know what that's like. We see a lot of that right now, which is why a practice is so important for us. Okay, so let's take one hand to the left side and just take inhale up. And then exhale as you just go over to the side. We'll get a nice lateral to start out there. Up if you like an extended side stretch. Again, Parsvakonasana. Go to the side there. Good. We'll go one more each way. Exhale over. Good. And back to the last one over. Good. And you guys are sitting there. Put your hands on your knees. And what I want you to do is kind of open your chest up. And as you exhale, go into a little, and that's it. Inhale, lift the chest up, lengthen through the spine, broaden through the collarbones. Good, exhale, and flow back. Do a couple more like that. Nice, inhale forward, lift up that heart. Good, nice, exhale back. Do a few circles there now. Kind of go around, opening the chest up as you come forward, and then arching back. There you go. Just starting to warm up the spine a little bit here. Nice. There you go. Just like our animals do. We watch our animals. They're always stretching because they know it's innate. It's an innate intelligence. We could think of it at Mahat. Maha, greater mind, not Manas. Manas is the sensory mind. Mahat is the intelligent sheath, or the Buddhi, the awakened mind. There we go. Good. Nice, just a couple more circles there. Good, excellent. Good, let's come around and grab your blanket. You're gonna roll it up into a little burrito. You're gonna come down like this with your arms straight out, okay? You'll lay your head down and you're gonna roll into that left shoulder. So you're gonna roll right over onto your side. Okay, shoulders on the floor, heads on the blanket. Yeah, just like that. Take your other hand behind your sacrum, top of the hand, yeah, and work that second shoulder back a little bit. Yeah, so you can bring that hand behind the sacrum and you're just kind of working that second shoulder back. So this is a good one for someone who's sitting at the computer a lot, We're forward like this, we get very tight through the collarbones. And those muscles, the pectoralis muscles, gets really tight, so we want to open that up. This can be done against a wall as well. You can go against any wall during the day and do the exact same stretch. Okay, let's get a few breaths here. So again, what I like to call general maintenance on the shoulders. Gentle breath, soft face. Good. Sometimes I call it slumber party yoga, because it's like a little slumber party. But it's a wonderful way for us to really get soft and relax. Good. Now, let's roll over into that other shoulder. So you do the same thing, just lengthen that arm out, and very carefully and mindfully, especially if you have any shoulder injuries. And we use the blanket to try and keep the head in line with the spine here. Good. Other hand can go behind your tailbone. Yep, and you just start to work that second shoulder back. There you go. Good. Nice, and some gentle breaths. You can always lift the head and let it drop back once in a while too. Yeah, there you go. So you're allowing the neck to become more in line with the spine. We get those shoulders back. Get away from that hunch that we see out there so much from people being on those computers, driving cars, pushing the shopping cart, spin bike. Everything has us falling forward, which is why back bending is so important. Good. Get a couple more breaths here. Nice, guys. Start out easy here. Get you ready for some vinyasas. Nice. Now we're going to go back to the other side, but I'm going to add one more thing in. So go one more second time into that shoulder. Yep, roll right back into that. And you're going to take your top hand and grab your foot this time. Yep, and you're going to pull that foot towards the person behind you, so you get a little back bend tossed in here. Now we can get to the front of the leg. See if you can keep the legs a little closer together. That's a little more challenging. There you go. Just like that beautiful back bend you guys did earlier for me. That was really nice. Good. So feel those flexors getting stretched, quad. Nice. As you're into that shoulder. Good. A couple more breaths there. Beautiful. Nice. It's all about relaxing into these ones here. Good. Now, release that leg. And you're going to roll into that other shoulder one more time, that second shoulder, and do the same thing. Take your time. That left hand will grab that foot. There you go. And you're just going to pull that towards the person behind you. And remember, at any time you can lift the head, let it drop back once in a while. Yep, just like that. That way we're able to get those shoulders deeper into the back. Good. A few gentle breaths here. Nice. It's looking good there, both of you guys. Nice. Good. Excelente. Good. Let's release that out. Come on back onto your belly. Now this next one, you can either put the, actually I'm going to use the blanket today just to take my elbows up a little higher. I'm going to go about to there. Bring the elbows up on top of the blanket, right at the edge, so that your forehead's going to hit the mat. And a lot of times before I bring my forehead to the floor, I'll wiggle my torso back a little bit. And then let your forehead hit the floor. Yep, just like that. There we go. And again, if you don't feel too much, you can always wiggle your body back a little more. You can deepen that stretch. Yeah. And we'll get about a good half dozen breaths here. And what I like you to do is take a deep breath into your upper back. And then a big long sigh. And just let that upper back melt. And those shoulder blades will start to glide back down into the back. Good. So big breath into that upper back. And a big long sigh. Just letting your neck and shoulders melt. Because a lot of tension can be held up around the neck and shoulders. Again, sometimes we get those granthis, those tension knots in there as well. This will really help. Good, good, good. And again, we're actually grounding here too. Our heart's right against the earth. So we want to ground, especially when we feel like the overwhelmed, the vata sensation of overwhelmed. It's really grounding poses like this, opening the heart towards the earth, recognizing the earth element is present in our nails, our teeth, our bones, the more solid parts of us. We know the water, synovial fluid, interstitial fluid, cerebral spinal fluid, we're full of water. Saliva we can't taste without water, basically. So earth and water, fire again is your metabolism. Basically the ability to not just metabolize with our digestive system, but metabolize impressions with our minds as well. What kind of impressions are we taking in daily? Which is why it's so important to get out in nature. Good. A couple more breaths here, big sigh. Just let that heart melt right into the earth. There you go. Yeah. Let's get about 2 more big breaths here. Good. Nice, Suzanne. That looks good. I like the way you're letting go. So we really relax that neck and the shoulders. A lot of just melting into this one here. Beautiful. All right, let the hands come out to the sides of your body, and you'll just take it back to your child's pose, balasana. From there, all the way back. And if you want to, stay up on the fingertips as you go into balasana. So keep the arms long forward. Yeah, and just drop back. And there's one more little shoulder opener right there. Yeah. Similar to the puppy one, but a little different. Yeah, perfect, just like that. Beautiful. Big sigh there too, softening that heart. There we go. Beautiful. Both of you have beautiful practices. Good, excellent. Yeah, just melt into that. And then let the arms drop to the floor and let everything soften now. Big whole body sigh. The sound ha or ah is good. Or so hum, sometimes I'll use there as well. That I am. Good. Now from there we'll move right into a little vinyasa, get a little flow going out. So let's take our arms to the ceiling from here. So inhale, up you go. So as you come up, they already opened up the front of those hips so we can push those hips forward for a little back bend. Exhale as we come down, widen the fingers as you're landing. Inhale, open your heart forward. Curl your toes, exhale back into your down dog. Good, push those heels out to the sides a little bit, feel those calves. Anchor those inner palms. Good, come out the plank. And from plank, you're just gonna go really slow to your knees and exhale back into child's pose. Let's go 5 more like that. So together, inhale, arms to the sky, come on up. And as you come up, push those hips towards me as you arch back. Good, exhale as you come down, widen those fingers as you land. Good, inhale, open your heart big and wide. Curl the toes, exhale back, downward facing dog. Keep spreading those fingers out like tree roots that are reaching to the earth. Good, out to your plank. And slow to your knees, just really slow, feeling the weight on those arms. Yeah, like that. Exhale back, child's pose. Good, let's go a few more. So up to the sky, nice and slow. Big slow inhale as you come up. And remember, push the hips forward. There we go. Exhale as you come down, widen those fingers. Inhale, open that heart forward. Curl the toes, exhale back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. There we go, good, just nice and slow. Beautiful, out to your plank. Slow to your knees, very slow, just feeling the weight on those arms. Maybe bend the elbows just a little bit, yeah. Let's go back, child's pose. Let's go 3 more. Okay, so up to the sky we go, big inhale up, and we push those hips forward. You can gaze back. Exhale as you come down, widen those fingers as you land. Inhale, open that heart forward, very nice. Curl the toes, exhale back, downward facing dog. Good, out to that plank, slow to the knees. Take your time, feeling those arms a little bit now. Exhale back, child's pose. Good, 2 more. Up to the sky, get that length up both sides. And then push the hips towards me as you gaze back a little. Beautiful, guys. That was really nice. Exhale down, widen those fingers as you land. Inhale, open that heart forward. Curl the toes, exhale back, downward facing dog. Pressing back. Nice. Out to your plank. Slow to the knees, just warming up those arms. There you go, like that. And back you go. Good. And we got 1 more to go. So when you're ready, up to the sky you go. And again, push those hips forward. You can gaze back if you like. Nice. Great. That was beautiful. Exhale as you come down, widen those fingers. Open the heart forward. Curl the toes. Exhale back into down dog. Take that left leg up. So take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, come forward. Touch that knee to the back of that arm. So come forward, round like a cat. Yep, there you go. Inhale back to the sky. Taking it up just a notch now. Exhale as you come forward. And again, how high can you get that knee up on the back of that arm if you can? Yeah. Touch the back. Good. Up you go. 1 more. This time you're going to come across and touch the opposite arm with that knee. So twist over. Definitely a more challenging one. Good. Back to the sky. Release that leg down and let's get a full vinyasa in there now. So come on out. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. I'll leave that up to you. Good. Scoop up. Work those shoulders back. Open that heart nice and wide. Curl the toes. Maybe bend the knees as you're going back with this one. So really open up that spine. Good. So right leg up, same thing. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, come forward. Touch the back. Round up like a cat. There you go. Inhale back to the sky. Good. Exhale forward. There you go. Yeah, eventually we'll bring it out straight. Up you go. And over to that opposite arm. Go twist over. Beautiful. There you go. Nice. All the way up. Oh, getting a good crackle. And release down. And one more vinyasa. Out you go. Down you go. Inhale. Open those hearts up for me. Good. Beautiful. Curl the toes. Exhale back. Very nice, you guys. Good. Left leg up. Let's swing it to the front. Let's come down on the right knee this time. We'll stay with those back bends. So we'll take those arms up. So again, as I bend that knee forward, I want to arch the torso back a little bit there. So I start to feel that right quad right there. Good. Nice crescent moon here. As we release out, drop to the floor. Take a breath in. Ball the foot in the back. Exhale as you come up and straighten that left leg out as you go right into those left hamstrings. Try to get that right hip rotating over a little bit so that the hips feel square to the floor. And try to anchor the inside edge of that front foot. Yeah, the inner edge of that front foot. Good. And that right hip is rotating over a little bit. Yeah, good. Really a good prep for those reverse triangles we're going to get to. Good. Drop to that knee again. We'll go a couple more times. Nice and slow. I always keep scooting that front foot a little forward every time. Yeah. As you arch back, this time, open up. Let the wings drop back like a saguaro cactus and open up that heart a little wider. Good. When you release to the floor, ball the foot. Come on up. Take your time. Go right into those hamstrings. Keep that right hip turning over so you really feel that left hip. There you go. Go one more on your own. You drop back to that knee. Come up into a nice crescent. There you go. Beautiful. That's it. And then you can open that heart up nice and wide and then release to the floor. Beautiful, guys. And then up you go. Good. Keeping that right hip turning. There you go. Come back down onto that knee. But this time, let's go right into lizard. Let's drop the forearms down to the floor there on the inside of that leg. You can also use a block or a blanket. Matter of fact, so that I showed a modification, we can throw a blanket there, or she could throw a block there. So if you can't get all the way to the floor like Kayori is over here, we'll do the modification like Sushana's got going right there. There we go. And just melting your heart down, and we're really feeling those hamstrings good. We opened them up some now. We're just going a little deeper into them. One I use a lot, I like going in that kind of succession, you know. Get the hammies warmed up, go deeper into them. Good. Let's get about 3 more good breaths here, just melting that heart down. Good. That's it. Good, guys. All right, let's scoot that out of the way. Let's take it through a vinyasa. Swing that leg back, then we'll move to the other side. But add a vinyasa in there, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga. I leave that up to you. Inhale up again. Upward dog if you like. Yep, there you go. Curl the toes and use that core, float back. Spread those fingers wide. Anchor those in that inner palm, thumb and first finger. Yeah, real nice, guys. Liking those down dogs, really good. Come up on the toes real high. Let me just get them again. And press the heels down. Good. One more time. All 10 toes bending. Good. And pressing them down. Beautiful. So right leg up, swing it forward, and you're going to go into lizard on the other side there. There you go. Drop into the floor if you can, or modifying with the bolster. A bolster, blanket, or a block. Even just a block works really well. And remember, you have 3 sides to that block, so you can go. Yep, you can go up there if you need to. So when I get really tight, people in those hamstrings, definitely don't want to force them because you can hurt them, you know. And what's the first thing we learn in yoga? Ahimsa, non-violence, especially to ourselves. Satya, being truthful with ourselves too. You know, those are all important. The yamas and niyamas, so important for us to study the foundation of yoga. Before asana, we should know the yamas and niyamas well. Good. Parigraha, having just enough, to be comfortable. Good. Let's get 2 more breaths here. Good, guys. Looking good. Melting that heart down. There you go. All right. Let's go ahead and come up, swing that leg back. Take it for 1 more vinyasa. Just keep moving. Build up a little more heat in this practice. Down you go. Inhale up, Bhujangasana, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog if you like. Curl the toes, bend the knees as you go back. Get all that length in there. Yeah, then straighten those legs out. Nice, very nice. Left leg up, let's swing it to the front. Let's go warrior 1 this time. So we've got the legs kind of warmed up quite a bit now. Let's rotate those hips around. So work that right hip around. Good. Arms are up. Now as you bend that knee forward, maybe take that right hand back to the opposite hip and arch back into a little bit of a reverse there. Yeah, there you go. Good. That's it. Good job squaring those hips there, Suzanne. That was good movement there that you made. Good. And then both arms back up. Let's reach out, straighten that front leg. Let's see if we can get a reverse triangle. I'm going to get that length through the torso, but again, you can bend that front knee if you need to. And again, a block can be used here. Or stay up on those fingertips. Good. Start to bring that left arm up, and as you do that, start asking that left hip to look for the back of the room a little bit. Can we keep that heel down back there? There you go. That's the hard part, is keeping that heel anchored back there. Good, couple of breaths there. Again, left hip is still moving towards the back of the room slowly. As you get that length, try to draw the shoulders back. Good. Watch the bottom shoulder trying to squeak around the front. Draw that one back as well. Nice. And go ahead and release that left hand down. Bend that knee forward. Swing that leg back. Take it to a vinyasa. Take your time. Down you go. Up into Bhujangasana or Urdhva Mukha. Nice. Scooping up. Beautiful. Curl the toes. Exhale back. Really nice, guys. I'm loving those cobras and up dogs today. Good, good, good. Looking really good. Right leg up, swing it forward. We'll go into warrior 1 again. Good. So try to keep that heel anchored back there. Good. Try to work that left hip around. There you go. And then we took that hand behind to the opposite hip as we went into a little bit of a reverse. Yep, like that. There you go. And then bend the knee towards me just a little bit. There you go. Keep that hip rotating around a little bit to square the hip. Nice, guys. Feeling that back foot still as well. Good. Now as you release the hands back up, we'll see on the right side now. I went out straight, leg in the front, reaching. A lot of times I just like to reach here and then release that hand down. I'm going to add that foot, go out a little bit to the side, and then I'm going to start to work that right hip back as I bring that arm up. Work the shoulders back. That right hip, it's going to be challenging to get it to move back. Watch that the shoulders don't round. Work that back, that bottom shoulder back into the back a little deeper as well. Nice. We still feeling that heel back there? I know. It'll lift up, but just glide that hip back a little bit. Yeah, I just kind of ask that hip to look for the back of the room slowly. Do we feel it there? You know it. Big time. Good. 2, 1. Beautiful, guys. And release down. Swing that leg back. Take it through another vinyasa. Good. Excellent. Drop down. Open those hearts up. As you come up, Bhujangasana. Good. And back you go. Spread those fingers out every time. Good. Looking good. Very good. We're going to go 1 more round. So left leg up, swing it forward. Back to warrior 1 again. Good. Arms are up. Now let's bend that knee forward. We're just gonna reach out there this time. Get that length. Keep those arms above your ears, like you're in Warrior 3, basically. Matter of fact, I think we're gonna go up into Warrior 3, so just come on up there. And as you do that, I'll set your block up for reverse Ardha Chandrasana. Good. Let that right hip turn over just a little bit so those hips are square to the floor. Now, let that right hand find that block. There you go. Keep that leg up in the back. It's really easy to drop that. Try to keep those hips square, and you can bend that left knee a little bit. Yeah, be mindful. Sometimes I have you go up and down on that knee. Then bring that left arm up when you're ready. Keeping those hips square. Is that core awake still too? Ah, there it is. Good job. Try to bring your leg in a little more towards the center. The other way. Yeah, that way, good. And keep that shoulder back. Nice, liking that, guys. So reverse half moon. Good. Can we come back up into that Warrior 3 again? Oh, I know that leg's feeling it. And go ahead and release down, bend that knee and take it through a vinyasa. Good job, you guys are flying there today. Taking flight. Akasha, space, you know. Moving through the space. Good, curl the toes in a mindful way. In a challenging way for sure. Just go back. To me, downward dog is like neutral in a car. We just kind of hang there and find our idle breath. Like you're just idling, the car is idling. Whenever a teacher sends me back to that in a strong vinyasa class, I'm always like, thank you. Yeah, kind of a good place to settle there. So right leg up, we got the other side to do. Let's swing that forward. Good, and up you go. Vira 1, keeping that back heel rooted. Good, 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 good. Nice. Now, start reaching forward. Like you're handing a little baby over a stream. Keep the arms above your ears if you can. Yeah, like that. Then when you're ready, you can launch. Launch right up. Good. There you go. Kicking back through that foot. Let that hip rotate towards the floor a little bit so it's more square. And remember, bend that right knee a little bit if you need to. It's a lot of work on that leg. Good. Is the breath still flowing, or is it we holding our breath now? Now, drop that hand, left hand down. Good. Square the hips and take your time. Yeah, there you go. Nice, guys. Looking really good. I like that you're keeping that back leg up. And what's happening with that core there? Oh, yeah. You start to collapse and that low back will start. There you go. Good. I love when I see you engage that. Kick through the back heel. Let's add a little kung fu in there. So we get a nice, powerful kick through that back foot. Oh, I know. And again, this last move coming back into number 3, if you can. I don't know, it might be a little challenging, but try it. Yeah, definitely taking it up to a higher level there. Good, and drop on back. Good job. Take it through one last vinyasa. Good job on those legs, guys. We'll feel those. Good. One more. Yeah, one last vinyasa. Good. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. And back into your last downward dog. Now, drop your forearms there for a moment into dolphin. Yeah, just keep those hips up, push the chest towards those legs. If you're feeling it today, left leg to the ceiling. There you go, keep the hips square. Notice how they want to turn, and the core for sure right here. Keep engaged to your core. Later on, you're gonna hop up very lightly in this position. Good, release that leg down, take the other leg up. One more to go. Good, keep those hips square, keep that core awake. There you go, Susan. I love when you engage that core. I see you go right into that. Good. Release that leg down, softly to the knees, and big exhale, child's pose, relax there. And just let go. Good job. Bravo. Did we feel that? Yeah, good. It was good. So let yourself just check in now. It's always good to stop, check in. How do I feel after that? You certainly feel a little heat. Because as we generate, again, we get those agnis, again, Bhutu Agni, cellular fire. Get those cells burning. Moving prana in, moving apana out. Good, good, good. right, let's come around on our backs, guys. Did we feel those legs a little bit? Yeah, that was good, good. Yeah, come around, relax there for a moment. Take the arms overhead. Just going to do some simple movements. So we'll go back to the therapeutic now after some strong practice there. So take a nice big breath in. Bring the right knee to your chest, grab with both hands, and slowly bring your forehead towards that knee as you exhale. Nice and slow. You're just going to alternate from one side, forehead all the way to that knee. Yeah, feel your abs a little bit. Inhale, reach overhead, kick that foot out, and just go from side to side now, nice and slow. There you go, beautiful. Inhale over again. Nice, winding down a little bit now, but we can feel those abs as we come up, engage them a little bit. Beautiful. Into that hip a little bit. Good. Exhale out. As you draw the navel towards the spine. Good. Let's go about 3 or 4 more. Nice, big, long inhale. Nice exhale. There you go. Inhale over, maybe 3 beats. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Pause for 1, 2. Exhale for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So let's do that 3, 2, 5 a couple times. Inhale over for 3. Little pause for 1 or 2. Exhale back for nice slow 5. Nice long 5. Remember, the longer the exhale, the more we activate that parasympathetic response. More relaxation response, less fight or flight. Good thing for right now. There you go. We'll go 1 more each side. Good. Inhale. Good. Get your forehead, your third eye right into that knee. Good. Good. Now, let the arms come parallel to the body this time. And I'm just going to change it up a little bit. You're going to inhale the arms overhead, but stretch the toes towards you. So you're going to reach through your heels. So nice big inhale over. You'll feel that arch in your low back. Exhale, point the toes towards the opposite side of the room as the arms come back, nice and slow. If you want to go 3, 2, 5 breath here, you can as well. Inhale. And then I usually pause. That's the yoga, that pause, exhale. So we come back where everything gets quiet and still. Good. Let's go again. Inhale over through those heels. So you're opening up those ankles, those Achilles, those calves. Good. Soleus, gastrocnemius. Good. Exhale back. Good. Let's go 2 more like that. Just nice big inhale through the ankles, through the heels. Yeah, there you go. Like that. Feel that length. Beautiful. See that arch in your low back. Exhale as you come back. Good. We got 1 more. So 1 last one, overhead you go through those heels. There's that little pause, that moment of stillness. Exhale, that's the yoga. Now in the next one, I'm going to change it up. So inhale over through the heels 1 more time. But this time the arms are going to sweep around the sides and you're going to circle the ankles around with the arms. So you'll circle the ankles around. They'll stay on the floor, the ankles. Yeah, so come back out. That's okay. I like what you guys both kind of went into the same one. You're just going to circle the ankles around as the arms come around. So you'll reach the feet out and then in. Yeah, like you're swimming. There you go. So you'll feel the outer rotation, the external rotation, and then the inner rotation in the hips. So you're actually working from the hips with that one. Yeah, you rotate hips out and then rotate hips in. Yeah. Slow it back down. It's easy to speed up. Sweeping around. Yeah, just working your ankles a little bit here and the hips in just a gentle way. Good. Go a few more on your own. Yeah, just swimming. Swimming through the ocean of prana, I always call this one. So go a couple more laps. Good. Sweeping around. Good. And last couple here. Good. Now, let's bring that right knee to your chest. Okay, so grab that right knee. Now grab the foot with your left hand. And you're to bring that foot over towards your left shoulder, kind of like the one we were doing earlier. Yeah, as if you were going to cradle the leg to your chest. Yeah, if you can get it up like that, then I want you just to be very careful here and circle that hip around a little bit as we get a little shoulder opener there. If the chin's back, you keep trying to draw those shoulders down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. And just massage that hip there, get in a little deeper into it. Good. So we never forget to get some good hip openers in there. Yeah, there you go. Try to circle it around a little bit. We feel that, guys? Definitely. It's basically a pigeon on your back, you know. Good. And we're going to come to a pigeon, I think, today. And release that out. Let's do that on the other side, same thing. You can wobble it out a little bit, yeah. And then bring the knee to your chest first. So always bring it in before you go into the rotation. You want to bring it in and then rotate it over. Okay, good. There you go. And then notice, is it any difference on that side? Yeah. What's the difference? Tighter. Okay, both of you. That left hip both? Yeah. Usually it's your right. Yeah, it's my right too. And you know, a lot of it has to depend on how we walk, how we hold ourselves. Do we hang on one leg, you know? It's our patterns and habits we have to examine. I always find examining our patterns and habits. But you know, through our practice, it teaches me so much about what I need to do, what I need to work on, you know? Good. Get a few more rotations there. Just massaging that hip. Treat it kindly. Remember, ahimsa, first thing we learn. Non-violence, non-injury to all life. Good. Especially to yourself. Sometimes we're hard on ourselves, and we don't need to be. You know. Matter of fact, I like to think the whole practice is moving away from being hard on ourselves and being more kind and compassionate, gentle. Good. All right, release that out. Shake that off. We got to get some more core in here again. So, might give you a harder one this time. But let's see. Let's start with... Yeah, so this one, I can't lay down on my back with this pack on my back. So take the left leg up towards the ceiling, okay? Then bring the other leg up and just bring it up a little higher, the right leg, even higher, right about there. Yeah, about right there. Now both hands behind the head, okay? And bring the shoulders up off the floor now so you really feel those abs. This foot's going to come down to tap this foot and then come back up, but the shoulders do not hit the floor, so keep those shoulders up. Yeah, so you flatten the back. Come down and very slowly kiss that right foot with that left foot, and way up those shoulders is on it. Right there you go, right there. And keep it up, so you keep that in traction, basically, you're holding it. It's much harder than going in and out of a contraction, you're holding it. So do about 3 or 4 more on your own, just kiss that foot. Keep those shoulders, like that. Hello, core. Do we feel that? Oh yeah, a little more challenging because you got to keep those shoulders up a lot. Right there. You can reach the hands for it if it's better for you. Good, 2 more. Yeah, it might be a little easier sometimes to keep the shoulders, tuck the chin in. 2 more. Good. 1 last one. All right, and go ahead and release down. Hello. little more challenging. It's a good one for you, though. I like to make you really engage that core more because I see you kind of missing it in a couple of poses there. Yeah, so you just flatten it, really just pretty much your whole 6-pack, or I like to think of it as a core set of muscles. You're just tightening your core set, okay? Let's try the second side. So left leg up, right foot drops down a little bit. Bring both shoulders way up off the floor. And good, so the lower this foot is, the harder it is. So you can bring it up or you can bring it down. Yeah, now bring those shoulders, keep that back flat though. Yeah, right there, good. And then bring it back. And so you're gonna go down, you're gonna kiss the foot, keep those shoulders up, they'll keep dropping. The more you can just keep them lifting the whole time. It's got about 4 or 5 more here. I know. It's similar to the double leg lift, but I don't like double leg lifts because I see people hurt their backs with those. And if they're strong, then yeah, maybe a level 3 class, but I wouldn't bring those into a 1 or 2. This is more what I would use. Good, a couple more. Get those shoulders up, tuck that, there you go. A couple last ones. Good, 1 more. All right, and then come on down. Bring those knees in. So holding that core in traction. Good. Bring the knees, and I want to hit your neck here for a moment. So hug the knees to your chest. Circle them around just a couple times first. Yeah, good. Now holding the knees at the chest, turn your head to the right. Okay, so you turn your head all the way to the right and bring your head off the floor 2 inches and hold it there looking to the right. Yeah. If you hug your abs in, it's easier on the neck. Drop your head a little bit, Susanna, right there. I want you to feel the side of that neck muscle for 3, 2, 1, and release down. Other side. So, head off the floor a couple inches. This gets the side of the neck. Sternocleidomastoid muscle right there. I like to make people's necks strong for 3. Good. 2, 1. And releasing back down and relax there. Do we feel that? Yeah, it's good that we work that muscle in the neck sometimes because it gets weak. You see people's heads falling, you know. So I think it's always important to do that. Let's roll up to Navasana from there. So do a couple rolls for me. Roll on that back. And then as you come up, find your Navasana there. Once you come all up there, we get the core all warmed up now. There we go. And keep that chest lifting up as high as you can come up through that spine. Good. And you can stay there. Well, why don't we pump a few here? So drop down a little bit and then come up. And then come up tall. Can I broaden through the collarbones as I come up? That's great. Drop back. Come on up. Boy, now up you go. Tall as you can. And let's just challenge you a little more. A couple more. Later on, I add the twist into this one. Up you go. Let's go 3 more. Down and up. Tall. How tall can I get up through that? There you go. Right there. Nice. 1 more. Good. Up you go. Good. Cross the legs there for a moment. See if you're able to lift up off the floor and keep yourself balancing up off the floor there. There you go. Keep that core lift. Up you go. Up. All right, and go ahead and release back. Take the legs wide for a moment there. And let's soften onto our forearms nice and slow. So remember, with this one we can modify as well. Just relax in there. We could use a bolster for the forearms. Yeah, just soften. Just get into those hamstrings a little bit. Yeah, you can go that way. You can lay all the way down on that. Let me do that. I'll give you both one so that you both can kind of relax there to a more restorative position there. She likes that one. Better knows hardcore exercises, right? Yeah, good job on those. Those are tough. Those are some tough ones. So we'll get a little more. So I like to go back and forth between challenging and relaxing and therapeutic, you know, do both. To me, it's the yin and yang of a practice, you know. Sukha stira asanam. Every asana should be stira, steady and strong, but sukha, there's got to be this lightness and ease in there as well. Good, looking good, you guys. Since you have that bolster there like that, move the bolster over to the right leg. And then just take it over towards that right leg, nice and slow. Yeah, you can put it on the leg if you like. That's great. And we add a little lateral in there as well. Yeah, that looks good. Nice gentle ujjayi breath as you're relaxing here. Good. Try to get the right rib cage twisted up just a little bit. As you're turning that left shoulder down, you're taking that right one up just a little bit. Good. Now, let's take it over to the other side because you guys are looking way too much in the slumber party yoga again. Good, nice. There we go. And you can turn your head to the side here if you like, or yeah, whatever feels best for you. Remember, find the sweet place in the pose. There's a sweetness, rasa, you know, to each asana. I like to think, can I find a sweet place in the pose? Where it's like, I love this right now. It feels so good. Especially in the restoratives. Good. And we try to keep this grounded just a little bit there. Yeah, good. Good, good, looking good. All right, come on back to center. One more time in center, so we finish off in the center. I always like to finish off in the center anytime I twist or I go to the side. Yeah, there you go. You guys are happy in this one. Good. Let that smile on your face move into your heart. Maybe feel that smile. I remember my Kung Fu teacher years ago says, you have a big smile in your heart, it breaks into millions of little smiles that start circulating through your bloodstream into every organ, every gland, through your body. All these little smiles are circulating. So we cultivate a really nice deep sense of joy and less judgment, get away from judgment and move more into joy. Joy of being in these physical bodies. They're gifts to us, Every one of us is different, though. Our thumb prints are different. Our heartbeats are different. It just makes us like a field of flowers to me, all unique, Good. And we love a bouquet of flowers, different flowers. They're sattvic. Flowers are very sattvic. And if there's anything we're striving towards in yoga, it's being more sattvic. Sattvic living, sattvic eating, sattvic practices. Moving away from being rajasic and tamasic. Not that those aren't important as well, because being rajasic means we're moving, so we're feeling things. Tamasic means we're able to sleep well, too. It's important. Good. All right. Let's come on up, guys. I'm going to have you come around on your back, and I'm going to actually use 2 bolsters for this next one, because I'm going to allow you to kind of go into a little back bend. So let's put this black bolster straight across. And then I'm going to put this one, you're going to move forward a little bit. Keep going. Yep, right to there. And I'm going to have you go into Supta Baddha Konasana first, yeah. Okay, let me set one up for you too. And yeah, just relax there for a moment. So we're going into a back bend after that. Forward fold, it's good that we go both ways. Move the spine in each direction, good. That's it right there. You're in the lounge chair, I call it. The beach lounger. So if you like, you can actually even imagine yourself in some tropical place you love, you've been to. Could be in India, could be out in the islands. And just take a few breaths here. Good. So Supta Baddha Konasana, so reclining cobbler's pose. Apparently cobblers worked on shoes in that position, sitting on the ground. Really adds a nice thing I love about this pose more than anything is we get an arch in the low back and we get an open chest, exact opposite of being at a computer. So I use this one a lot, even with my senior classes. I have them go into this and then we work into a little back bend. And they might not push up into the back bend, but they'll get a little taste of it. Good, so we're going to go there too. We're going to take the arms back behind you and start to slide your whole body over. And the hands, so you're going to go up into your back bend. Okay, so go, take your time, just slide over. You got the pillows there you just slide over. You might stay there feeling the support by the bolster. But you strong yoginis, when you're ready, take it on up. Up you go. There you go. Beautiful. Nice. And a few breaths right there. Good. Looking great. That's it. Yeah, maybe some of you straighten the legs out. Nice. Kayuri, that's great. Good. Couple more breaths. And remember, whenever you come down, you have those bolsters waiting for you. So, yeah, you'll come right back down. Good. And then you'll slide back into your lounge chair again. And then relax there after that. So I love using the props for that, It's really nice to kind of have them there to support us, and we can slide back, come up, come back down. Does that feel good? Nice, yeah. And those were beautiful back bends, you guys. I knew you'd have a beautiful back bend, and that's why I put you there. Good. Let's let that heart feel open there. Now lengthen the legs straight out here. Yeah, just stay there just for a few more breaths. Feel that nice open heart. Because it's about opening our hearts, not closing them off. We see so many people, if you look at the way people hold themselves, they start to sink and they close off their hearts. I'm okay, I'm good. That's not, we see the football players banging hearts out there. That's a celebration of heart, opening our hearts. And I want to run and just bang hearts. So I always think of that, just looking at the way people hold their posture during the day. We have a nice open heart, or are we sinking and closing off our heart? It's a defensive sort of mechanism. And maybe because they've been hurt in life, and that's understandable. We're going to get hurt in life. We're going to go through both of those, pain and joy, and the opposites. In Ayurveda we look at the opposites: cold, hot, sharp, dull. All those different qualities. Is it? I always think of our nose. Is it running real wet, or is it real dry and cracking? So we come in with the opposite qualities to heal. We come in with a demulcent to demulsify the nose if it's really dry. Or we come in with a diaphoretic or something if it's really running a lot. So we dry it up. So we're always looking at qualities. How can we balance those qualities in our life? That's how we heal with Ayurveda. Good. All right, you guys are going to come around. I'm going to change it one more time here. You're going to come around into child's pose with one bolster. Okay? So let's move, probably use the green one. I like the green one's a little thinner. Bring it down, put each leg on each side of the bolster. So you straddle it, and you're just going to mellow right out into that one more restorative there. Yeah. And you can turn your head to one side. And I'm going to bring you in a blanket here just so that you have a little extra there. Yeah, I'll bring you in one too. Usually I have you scoot back a little further, guys, so that your head lands on the bolster. So try that. Just scoot back a little bit. Yep, there you go. And you can turn your head to one side. Now you're going to keep your head to one side for maybe 5 breaths. And then you're going to turn your head to the opposite side. And I just want you to see how it feels on your neck, if you feel any difference. So you have your head turning to one side, and when you turn it to the opposite side, just notice if there's a difference on one side to the other side. Just really tune into the neck and see if there's any difference from the right to the left. And use those exhales to just kind of melt there. Good job. So some good, strong, dynamic practice there in the beginning. Definitely took it up a little notch. And then we came back to our restoratives to remind ourselves that it's so important to do restorative yoga, because just like its name implies, it helps to restore balance to the doshas and to our bodies, minds, and spirit. Since we're multidimensional beings, we work on all those levels, all levels of our being. And then turn the head again. Any difference from one side to the other? Yeah? How about you, Kiori? Which side's tighter? That one? How about you, Susanna? Turning that way. So both you guys are kind of consistent here today. Tight on the left, hits tight. That's interesting. And you guys both got strong practices there. Good. All right, I'm going to get one more thing in here, actually, because we have a little time. Let's use 2 bolsters for one more thing, because I love that heart opener you were in earlier. So with this one, let's come around. We'll get one more before I let you off the hook. You're going to lay down on here, and your shoulders are going to fall off the end. So it's like a supported, as you drop the shoulders off, No, keep them both there. But what you're going to do is you're going to come all the way to your shoulders fall off the end. So Yep, so now I'm gonna throw you a blanket there, okay? There, yeah, you can even come even a little more. Hold on a second, let me get you a blanket there. Till your shoulders hit the floor. So keep coming. Yep, right there, exactly. Keep coming. Your shoulders gotta hit that blanket. Fish, that's what I was trying to do. So it's a supported fish pose. And then you're just gonna press down there. Yeah, like that. So you're gonna feel that nice length through the torso. It's like a waterfall spilling off of like a waterfall spilling over. And it's gonna really help to open up the heart, get some nice length. If at any time it bothers the low back, you can walk the feet up. How's that feel there? Good? Good, okay, I got a thumbs up there like that. And this one is really, you know what's interesting about this one is it's an inversion. Your head's below your heart. So, you know, for women that like to do inversions a lot, say it's their time of the month, their period, they could do this as an inversion because they're keeping the hips basically not above the head. So this could be considered an inversion right here if someone wants to continue to practice inversions even on their monthly cycle. Very relaxing to the heart because the heart doesn't have to pump blood up towards the brain. It just flows right towards your thyroid gland there. Susanna, you need an extra blanket? Are you okay there? You good? Okay. We'll hold this just for about another half dozen breaths and then we'll go back to our child's pose one more time. So the heart gets to relax here. This is one of my favorite poses for helping people that are hunch, you know, because you're really taking them back into, it's a wonderful one again to even to do before the big back bend we just did, you know, kind of prepares the upper torso. Good. But it's one of my, it's very relaxing, this pose to me. Allows my heart to relax, doesn't have to pump blood to my demanding brain. So we're working with gravity, not against gravity. Good. Just a few more breaths and then we'll finish up. Sometimes I will even use this one as a Shavasana, but I tend to like to always finish off in Shavasana instead. And we're just going to get one more Balasana in there before that. Good, because you guys could slip away pretty easily here, right? Yeah. So sometimes I will, but, you know, I tend to like to always, Shavasana is its own pose, you know? So I find it's important to follow up always with a good Shavasana, or legs up the wall, which I think, well, I can't do it because I got to keep you here in the middle of the room, so. But I could put you against the wall over here, you could see you. Good. All right, walk those feet up, because I have no idea what time it is right now. So you're going to go back to that child, roll to the side. Yep, and then come back around and let's get that Balasana in there one more time, the supported one. So knees around that green bolster one last time. Yeah, there you go. Or you can use both. There you go, Curry. That's perfect. Or go with a single one, just so that you get relaxed there again. Much better than that Ardha Chandrasana and that third triangle, Trico 3. Actually, no, I didn't get into Trico today. I was thinking about that one, which is one I do like. Good, and remember, yeah, after about half dozen breaths or so, you'll turn that head to the side again. Because this continues to work into the neck. But use those exhalation as opportunities to just soften even more. Good. Yeah, after you turn your head one more time, we'll be ready for a Shavasana. I'll probably dim those lights a little bit. So let me go do that. All right. I tell you what, let's do that. I'm going to scoot your your mats right up to the wall over here. And I'm going to finish with legs up the wall today. Let me just move my guitar. You guys will just scoot to each side of me right here. And bring one bolster or a blanket. Decide to put underneath you decide if you want the bolster or the blanket. Probably the blanket would be a little more comfortable. I'll bring you right over here. And that way we finish off with my favorite pose of all poses right here. There you go. Good. So Viparita Karani. Probably I was asked by a student once at a workshop, a bunch of teachers, he said, if there's only one pose you could do, what would it be? I thought, what a great question. I said, this one. If there was only one pose I could do, it would be this one. Because there's so many benefits to this one in terms of draining the legs a little bit. And again, nourishing the central nervous system. Again, head's below the heart, so the heart gets to relax. Make sure and keep just a slight gap in the lips. It doesn't have to be much, but just so that your jaw's relaxed. Take a nice deep breath in, and a big sigh. And just let your body rest now. A good few minutes here. And again, it's a great way to keep away those varicose veins by draining the legs, exactly reversing the effects that gravity has on our bodies from being upright. We see those seniors, legs get all swollen as years go by, because they don't get upside down. So this is the one I encourage them. And whenever I teach inversions, I always start people here and then slowly work them in a shoulder stand, and then, if they're strong enough, headstands. A lot of contraindications with those poses, so we have to be mindful. Good. While you guys are there, I'll play a little guitar for you. love's like hail and rain. Won't you let some sun shine on through? Our love's like hail and rain. Won't you let some sun shine on through? All right, you yoginis. You're going to slowly, actually let the feet come together as the knees go wide. So we get a little wall konasana to finish there, yeah. And you can always press the knees towards the wall a little bit if you like, or just relax where you're at there. Did we like that Viparita? Yeah, my favorite. Such a wonderful pose. So bring the knees together. You're going to roll over to the side carefully, or you can press your feet against the wall and move the bolster, but you guys could probably roll right over. Yeah, and take a moment on your side there, yeah, just for a moment, so we're not rushing up. So. So let's sit up. We'll do a little loka to finish up today. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let me hear you now. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. One time without guitar. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands together at our hearts. And loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free of suffering. Be diligent in your own practices, guys, so we keep suffering at bay within ourselves. Remember what I mentioned, prajna parada, crimes against wisdom. Don't go against your wisdom. Be mindful. You're already mindful. You're showing up to your yoga practice. But be mindful when you eat. Be mindful how you treat other people. We're all in this together, so let's remember to help one another out. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome.